Hello everyone. Welcome to Thursday evening card making with me. My name is Marilyn. I'm coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, and I'm happy that you're joining me. If you've been before, welcome back. If you've never been before, welcome for the first time. I love doing this each week and sharing some of the knowledge that I've learned over the years and learning from all of you, because as we comment and make suggestions, it's a great learning tool for all of us. So welcome, come on, say hi, let us know where you're watching from. And a question, I usually have a question for you as we're coming on and chit-chatting. I know that you love to say hi to each other, and I love seeing that happen because we're just a fun-loving group, loving to create cards. So my question tonight, as I was getting ready and doing a lot of things, different things today, if you know me, you know I'm a list maker. I love having a list, having something to check off, and it might be known that I used to even make lists of stuff I'd already done just to see them crossed off. So let me know if you're a list maker and what is your favorite way of keeping track of things. I have been struggling recently to try and get all of my Stampin' Up! Business things in order so that I don't miss doing something. And this time of year is really difficult, as those of you who are demonstrators will know, with a new catalog coming in, a retiring list, retiring catalogs, moving our retiring stamps and putting in new ones and all that kind of stuff. It just is a little overwhelming. So share with me. I will come back and read all of them if I miss your comments as we go by. And before I get into showing you the card and a few other things I have tonight, I just want to remind you that we have a Zoom with Friends class every Friday. I did send out the email this morning. I'm just going to check and make sure I'm in the right place, but I see some people are there, so I must be. I did send an email out this morning for the class tomorrow that Faye is teaching. Everyone is welcome to teach. Just let me know, and we'll work on getting that email out each week. And once we're done the Zoom class, I have a post that goes up on my Facebook VIP group where you can post your card, a picture of your card that you made from that class. So it's just a great way of sharing, and we all enjoy seeing everybody's projects. I have a 12-month of Christmas card classes happening the second Thursday of each month. This one is one that I do kits for, so I can only send them in Canada. And I do require 2 weeks notice. Registration is 2 weeks prior to that so that I can get the kits out to you, because we know mail isn't always on time. Monthly card class is the third Thursday. Same idea. I do kits. I send them anywhere in Canada. And if you want to be part of that, just let me know. I'm just seeing a message. No, that looks okay. And the only other thing to share with you is the links to all of my stuff, my lists, I guess you'd call them, where I have my classes listed, how you can reach me, my shopping page, my join my team page. I have a team that I love working with as well, so anything like that that you need to know, that is the link for it, or you could just reach out to me. Okay, I'll get out of that and I'll go over here to comments and see just quickly. I'm going to switch you to my desktop and see what everybody's saying. I see people from Facebook as well as YouTube, because I'm broadcasting to both with StreamYard. And I can see comments from both of those, but you can only see from whatever social media you're on. So if you're in Facebook, you'll see the Facebook comments. If you're in YouTube, you'll see YouTube. So I will try to share some of them on the screen so that you can see. And yes, Judy is on YouTube watching from snowy Didsbury. I just watched the weather, and the snow in Calgary and the snow in Montreal is just terrible. I'm going to call it terrible. I'm glad we don't have it. So and in answer to my question about lists, Pam says, I use Alexa a lot, and my phone does a lot for me. I use my phone a lot too, Pam, so I'm glad to hear somebody else does. And Catherine over on Facebook says, I tend to try and keep track only in my head. I'm not sure how successful I am. That's kind of my scenario right now too, Catherine. I'm not quite sure if I'm remembering everything or not. So please bear with me if any of you, if I forgot to do something that you've asked me to. Bonnie over on Facebook is saying, I'm a list maker and keep track in my phone so I don't lose the pieces of paper I might write them on. Another good reason to keep track, Bonnie. Good for you. And I have a new Marilyn here tonight. Welcome. Watching for the first time from Central British Columbia. Glad to have you here. I have family, Central British Columbia, whereabouts? I have family in Kamloops, so I keep track of weather and things like that there quite often. So welcome, glad to see you're here. Hope you'll enjoy our group. I also try my head, but it seems to have a lot of seniors moments. Don't we all? Don't we all? Any good suggestions you have for things that have really worked for you for keeping track of things, let me know. So, as you can see on my desk, I have a number of different colors. Oh, Prince George. I have a friend and a team member in Prince George. So, good to see you, Marilyn. For my colors, to try and know what coordinates and whatever, I do make up these quarter sheets of cardstock. And you'll see, these are the ones that are retiring. We have Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, and Tahitian Tide. And I know that I didn't look later today. Earlier, Parakeet Party ink refill is already gone. I'm not sure about the rest of these colors. But if there's any of those that you really like and you want to get, be sure and do so now, because they're not going to be around for long. So I do keep a set of those on my desk, and sometimes they're in order, sometimes they're not, that kind of thing. But I find it really helpful when I come to designer paper with the description on the back of what's in there. I can lay them all out and think, oh yeah, I like this, I like that, whatever. So I will just share this little tidbit with you. And please keep commenting, visiting. I love seeing the community we have. So this paper is what I'm going to use tonight. It's called Bright and Beautiful. It's 6 by 6, and it is carrying forward. So I pulled out the colors, and they put them on the back of there. They do put them alphabetical, which you can see happens to be, that's kind of my thing as well, that I like things in order. So there's a number of them, and like this one's got a lot of different colors. And when you get them all together like that, you think, wow, how did they figure that out? Like, look at all of those. And they all go together. So to do this card, you could pick anything as your background, and it would go with this. I am using this paper, and I wanted it bright and cheerful. So my sample that I've made prior has the Lemon Lolly, which I hadn't used very much, so I thought, well, let's use that one. And the other one that I'm using tonight is the Lemon Lime Twist. So I love having those colors around, color pieces like that. But the other thing I do, I've got these are smaller, obviously. They are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And for them, I have put my cheat sheet from Stampin' Up, which we can all print. The colors printed may not be accurate, but the names are accurate. And it gives me an idea of what will go with those colors. These I do keep in rainbow order, which is how I have my paper, I have my inks. And that way, if I'm looking for a blue, I know to look in here, kind of thing. Just hole punch them. I have a labeler that I make labels with, which has the item number and the cost. Well, have to change that. Cost is changing. Did you know that? The cost of our paper is going up. So that's another reminder for you. This also stays on my desk, so I've got it handy. So let me know if you have any questions about those. Betty didn't get noticed, not very happy. I don't know what to do about that, Betty. I think, well, I can't say. No, I do have ones on YouTube. Betty's over on YouTube. And I do have other people I follow on there that I do get noticed when they're on. So hopefully it'll clarify itself soon for you, Betty. prices going up. Cardstock, we've got cardstock, some of the marker, some of the inks, quite a few things. So if you're low on supplies, I stocked up on white cardstock especially, and envelopes, because I know they're going up in price. So it it will be a savings if you do it in April before the prices go up on May 1st. So online exclusives are there. When you go online, you can look for those. Retiring list discounts do start on April 9th, but I've been noticing more and more that some things are sold out already. So I wouldn't, if there's something you really want, I wouldn't hang on to waiting for a discount, because, well, first of all, it may not be discounted. Look at the list. And secondly, it may be sold out before you get there. So hello, Kathleen from Quebec. Are you snowed in? We've got Kathleen from Quebec, and we've got Betty from Calgary. Betty says she's still snowing about 4 inches already. And like the weatherman said today, we should be thankful because we do need the moisture. So I guess we'll go with that, right? Okay, so if there's nothing else, I will show you what I'm going to make, and we'll get started. So I'm starting out with, and just a further note, the PDF tutorial for this card with all the measurements and how to do it will be in my newsletter that will go out tomorrow morning. I'm trying to be a little more helpful for all of you by doing that. So hopefully you like it. So Kathleen in Quebec says we've had snow and strong winds all day. Well, I hope you were able to stay inside, Kathleen, because that would not be very nice. So this card is made with pieces of designer paper. And like I said, I wanted this one to be cheerful, so I'm going to try to recreate this and show you what I did. I just left the length of the paper, well, most of it, yeah, it is the 6 inches. I wasn't too concerned about cutting it down. Sorry, Betty. I heard the other day this is Mother Nature on steroids. And it's coming to BC too, Catherine. We're supposed to get a dump in Fernie, BC. Wow. Yeah, it's happening all over. So I've cut my strips. These are about 2 inches. There's no rhyme or reason to start with, but then I cut them at 3/4 of an inch. And again, no rhyme or reason. And then I took each one and cut it at an angle, and just whatever I thought would look good. Just to be aware when you're cutting at an angle, if you're going to have this, see if I can, ooh, that light's really glaring, isn't it? Sorry. This tip, just start in the middle and go up and down with it. So I've got my layer, I'm going to layer it on. So I cut it the 3/4 of an inch, and then basically what I'm going to do is, see if I can get it where you can see it, cover the card base with it. You could do like this, but I preferred to flip each of them. And again, I'm not too concerned. They are going to extend over, and I will trim them afterwards. So I'm just going to go through and try to watch your comments while I'm doing this. You guys keep chatting, questions, concerns. I have my catalogs on the way. Anybody interested? If you are one of my customers, I will be getting them ready to send out to you as soon as they arrive. If you are a demonstrator, our complimentary one from Stampin' Up! Supposedly is on its way. I have not. I've checked the mail every day this week, but I have not seen one yet. And I trust that when we do see them in Canada, I haven't heard about anybody having them in Canada actually yet, but when we do, I'm sure that it will be on social media everywhere. Yes, Kathleen, I've got you on my list for catalog, and like I say, that we can't purchase from them until April or May 1st, and I will have them out to you before that. I was surprised because I ordered mine on the 2nd when we could, and they were shipped the next day. So they are on their way, which makes me very happy. So Sharon, you haven't got one yet either. Well, that's good because you're in Spruce Grove, and I'd hate to think that they were close by and I didn't get one. Pam, is terrible weather here in Porters Lake, Nova Scotia. Feels and sounds like bad winter storm with high winds. I want summer. Yes, I I too would like summer, and I know it'll come. I took my I have a flower pot that I get repotted each year, and I did take it out to the greenhouse last weekend. So I've started. So this is what I start with here. And I'm going to just lay that out of the way. One thing I highly recommend for doing this card is to have a silicone mat, because when you glue on here, or when I do anyway, I get glue everywhere. So it is beneficial to have that. The other thing that I've done is to, like I say, try to figure out where, and then kind of hold my finger and, okay, I'm not going to put glue higher than that. And I suppose another way of doing it, and I haven't tried this, but you could, no, that's not going to work because you've got spaces in between. I was going to say maybe you could put your adhesive sheet on and just stick them down, but that wouldn't work very well. So then I'm going to just leave a little bit of space. And I will warn you that when I first tried to do this, I thought it's 3 3/4 inches. I'll cut my strips 3 3/4. Did not work. When you're cutting at an angle like this, I needed longer pieces to be able to place them where I wanted them. But I just thought, I know we always talk about how much extra DSP we have. And, oh, thank you, Peggy, for sharing. We never seem to have enough ideas of what to do with leftover DSP, so maybe this will help you. And you can see how using whatever colors are in it, like there, that matches perfectly for that one. And most of the time, sorry, sometimes can't do two things at once, like talking to you as well as trying to make this work. Whatever colors Stampin' Up! Puts together go together well, so it doesn't matter if you think they don't. Once you get it done, it's like, oh wow, they were right. I love the new colors on the DSP. Well, I love all the new colors, new in colors coming. Hello, Yvonne. Oh, yes, yes. Sorry, I was just reading Yvonne's comment. She says, if I was going to put them all tight together, then using the adhesive sheet would be the best way to go. I agree, yeah. But because I wanted the space and the background showing, yeah, I must be getting better. I don't have near as much glue on here as I do on the one of the first ones I did. I'll show you that afterwards. The new in colors, I was just saying, I will be having a, and maybe those of you who get my newsletter will have received it already, a form to register for my in color club. I will be doing that. It's a way for you to get all the in colors, one color a month, so you don't break your budget by having to order them all at once. And that will be happening as soon as I can order for you. As a demonstrator, we were only allowed to order a certain number of things. Therefore, that can't be happening, of course, until after May 1st. So you've got up until I believe I put the 25th of April to register for the In Color Club. And the other thing that I do each new catalog, and people seem to love it, is a DSP sale. Not DSP sale. I put together a DSP package of a little bit of each of the new DSP. And I will be putting that out for you here before too long as well. So I've got just a little bit left there, and I do want to cover it. I'm going to cover it with what do you think? Tell me. The multi-stripe or the green stripe? I need to find my paper trimmer. Product share. Yes, DSP share, Betty, is actually, I'm not doing ribbon or embellishments with mine. So, first one I see, Catherine, thank you, is the diagonal one. So I will cut another 3/4, and actually maybe I won't, maybe I'll just use that strip that's come off there. And multi. Thank you. And for that one, I will, I'm already stuck to my silicone mat, but I will just put a little bit of glue along here to hold it. And like I said before, I will be having a tutorial with all the measurements and everything for this, and a link to this this video in my newsletter that'll come out Friday morning. If you aren't subscribed to my newsletter, please do so. And I love it when you share the newsletter with your family and friends. Let's continue having fun with each other with card making. So you can, how did you cut all the diagonals the same width? Yvonne, I started with a 3/4 inch strip, and then I did not cut my angles all the same. I just went, oh, I like this, I like this, I like this. So no rhyme nor reason, really. That's about as off the cuff I get with stuff. Again, those of you who know me, I have an accounting background, so it really comes into play when I'm working with this kind of stuff. I'm going to let that dry just a little bit and let you know about my silicone mat. See if you can you see all the glue that's on it? Imagine that if you would have had it on your paper. But what I really like is now that it's dried, I can just wipe it off. And it's gone. There's a little bit of wet on this side, but even that, for the most part, is coming off, and it's good to go. I know a number of people have more than one of these. I only have the one, but it cleans well. I do have some ink on there from somewhere, but it doesn't come off. You can also use this for, what's it called, the mirror imaging. If you stamp on it and then turn it over, you can see where it is, and you could use that impression. It's quite a neat technique. So then I'm going to go ahead and get my card base ready. Turn that over so I don't glue anything to it. And I'm using Thick Whisper White this time. So I've just got my regular card base. I'm going to put a layer of my lemon lime twist on here. Then I'm going to trim that and put it on top. And that's how simple and easy it is. Nothing other than getting those strips on there. There's nothing really outrageously difficult. So I thought, because last week we did a different kind of background, this is another background. I've got 2 or 3 more that I could do as background things that I'll throw in over the next few weeks. And some fun folds and whatever, but please, 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 let me know if there's anything particular that you have seen someone else demonstrate and you'd like me to try and figure it out and show you. I love doing that kind of stuff, and it's so rewarding when you actually do get it figured out. I have a number of tutorials from other demonstrators that they willingly share, and I would love to share them with you as well. So please do reach out, whether it's on social media, whether it's email, text, whatever, and let me know what you're interested in. And you can see there's glue on these pieces. I've just turned it over and I'm trimming, but my poor scissors will certainly need cleaning afterwards. And you probably could do it with your trimmer. I would be afraid that I would not be quite as accurate as I am with my paper snips. So there is our layer that's going to go on there. Sorry, I'm just reading some comments. Looking forward to tomorrow, Yvonne. Yes, the Faye is going to be teaching us a new Funfold 3D project tomorrow, which is kind of neat. So I'm going to use dimensionals on this one. I think on the other one I didn't, but we'll see which one we like better. And yes, this paper is so bright and cheerful for spring, right? So I'm just going, it's just that 1/4 inch smaller all around. And I think that's very straight. And then what I will do is create a greeting. You could put any greeting. I had 2 or 3 of these sitting around with no greeting on them just because it was fun to make them. I'm using the Lemon Lime Twist ink to match with the paper, and the Happy Birthday is out of this set, the translucent florals, and this set is carrying forward. I can't remember if somebody said today that it was on back, like not back order, but unavailable, I guess is the term we're supposed to use now. I'm using the double oval punch because I don't want to take away from the design, and I'm going to punch that out, and then I'm going to punch this, except that I made it a little bit closer, I think. DSP I used, Yvonne, is the Bright and Beautiful. It is one of the ones that's been in the catalog, and it is carrying forward. So and of course there's pieces flying all over. And yes, Betty's comment is hello Kathy. Sorry, just going to show you. Betty says a great card for a teenager, and that's, again, as most of you know, I'm always in need of birthday cards, and that seems to be the age group that I struggle with the most, is the teens, preteens, that kind of thing. So I'm going to use dimensionals on the white greeting. Try to get it centered on the Lemon Lime Twist before I push it down, and then I'm just going to adhere that with my regular glue. So hopefully all of you had a really good Easter weekend, long weekend. If you, whoops, it'd be nice if I put it right side up, wouldn't it? And yeah, I don't think it matters where you place it on something like that. It's just wherever you like. And you could add embellishments. I did not on that one or my other samples, which I will show you. Could make a great masculine card. Yes, I do have one that I would consider masculine. So that's the one for tonight that will be going to someone next week. This is the one I did prior with, I just want to point out the Lemon Lolly paper, but I did use Daffodil Delight for the words, if you can see them very well. because I thought Lemon Lolly would really not show up. And I put the Azure Afternoon, which is in here, to kind of make that pop. This one I've had for ages, and those of you who've been around Stampin' Up! For a while would know this paper was awesome. And it's been in my stash for a long time. It was all, you can see it's got nail polish and makeup and stuff. So that one, and it's still got the pretty peacock for the background. And then this one, Betty, when you said masculine, I did this one with our black and white paper. And I thought it would be, I would like it better than I do. Glue on it. But the other thing that happened on this one, and I don't know if you can see it, but I can see glue here. Like I had way too much glue on those pieces. But I'm thinking that maybe with even a little bit of Wink of Stella on the guitar or on these things would brighten it up. And I might like it a little better, but I'm certainly going to use it. So as I was putting these together, you can see this is a different die. That's out of Something Fancy. I pulled these thinking that these would probably fit. And again, I didn't want to use too big of ones to cover up the design we made. And the postage dies would certainly work. So any other suggestions you have for dies or for stamps, for those, just pop them in the comments. I'd love to see what you think. And that's our card. So hopefully you liked it. And like I say, this one will be going to someone next week. I have made the draw for last week's card, but I want to show you a few cards that I've received in the mail. Of course, I'm anxiously going for the mail each day, waiting for my catalog, so I'm getting cards too. This one, done with what's it called? Color and Contour dies, which are retiring, the daisy, but a neat fold over, and another place to write on it in there. That's from Joanne, and this one from Joanne. I do not have this set, but I was really tickled to have a sample now to share with you. And look at, she stuck a little instant coffee inside where you could put a gift card or that. And then I have my team swaps. I have the best bunch of ladies who we do a team swap every month. I do not have many rules for it, just do a card and have fun. And they use what they've got, so it's great to see. Here's another one done with the daisies. This one is popped up, and these are stamped, but well, they're all stamped, but that's from Faye. And from Bonnie, look at this. Isn't that neat? And she sent, and somewhere, oh yeah, open carefully. Thanks, Bonnie. And a piece that we've learned to put over top that's embossed so the pieces don't fall out. And then here's my card. And inside it, why she said to open carefully, was she has given me all of these pieces to use. So, oh, that one's falling out. So I will make sure I don't lose any of those pieces. Thank you, Bonnie. And then I have Sharon. Sharon, you're on here. Nice to see this one. Little hands, little feet, big love. And a piece of ribbon. That is wonderful. Great baby card. I have a gal that I know whose baby is due almost any day, and I think she said it's going to be a girl, but we'll see. This one's from Lori, and she has used the perennial lavender. And this one is, well, the die cut is from Color and Contour. And she embossed it and then put these designer papers on it. It's just gorgeous in real life. I'm sure you can see it there too. So take pieces from the front. Oh, thanks, Bonnie. Just reading what Bonnie had to say here. You can take pieces from the front and use elsewhere. So as long as I don't lose them all, I will do that. Thank you. Oh dear, Pam, I hope your house isn't going to blow down. Linda, Linda in our team has taken upon herself to not buy envelopes anymore. She makes them. Aren't they gorgeous? And here's her card for the swap. I can just hear her saying, hey, I'm here for you. Beautiful card. And Nancy. Nancy has done one with the pink. Hello, and just a little bit of embossing, a little bit of ribbon. Again, great idea, and a little bit of stamping on the inside. So I will be highlighting these on my Facebook page eventually when I get pictures taken and whatever. So until then, I think that's all that I have, except for the draw and for the winner. So last week I made this card, as you may recall, and thank you, Betty, for suggesting I put a banner on for the greeting. And the winner for this is Rhonda V. So I will be sending that to you, Rhonda. I don't know if you're on here tonight or not. I haven't seen your name, but I'm going to go over to the share screen now. Whoops. Can you tell I don't do this often enough? I can never remember what to, pardon me, what to do. So I see 12 of you have commented. This program takes comments from Facebook as well as YouTube, but it will only take one per person. And I do a draw for 5 winners. I will send you cards. They're not all cards that I've made. Some of them are swaps. Some of them are ones I've had made by somebody else. Pam is number 1. And Kathy. And I really appreciate you all being here, commenting, liking, sharing. It's just great to have friends and community like this. And joining my card classes again each month. It's wonderful to be able to do this again. So, Gail, welcome back from the warmer country, Gail. Glad that you're back in Canada. And hopefully you don't get too much snow where you are. Kathy and Catherine. Okay, if I, whoops, didn't mean to do that one. If I haven't sent you a card before, please send me your address, but I think those names I have, and I will reach out to you if, if I don't have your address. But I do enjoy sharing those cards with you, and hopefully you enjoy receiving them and using them, because I always just put a sticker in saying, Thanks for joining, thanks for commenting, come back again. We love having you here. So keep in touch, and please let me know if there's anything that you found that you would like me to demonstrate and share with you. Take care, everyone. See you next time.